Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a minute, but we have returned. It is Dungeons and Dragons with the comic book community. What's up, fellas?
Hey,
Not me.
Here.
Boy, the enthusiasm. We could take 2 weeks off more often.
I gave a solid wave. JP
Excited.
said, I'm here.
The fervor and excitement to get started again, unmatched
Oh, wow.
with these guys.
Okay.
No, we don't have to do this. We don't have a contract.
We're doing it.
No, I signed a contract.
Oh well.
Yeah, Crazy signed
I don't know who wrote that up, but it was not me.
Gray definitely signed a contract. So
now that we got the vibe back, let's do a little recap. A couple sessions ago, you fought some Charlatan berserkers out on the tundra, and Gray decided to pick up a ring that one of them was wearing that transported you all to the mouth of this cave. And you have been exploring this cave. You were fighting a guy who seemed to be unable to be killed.
After we killed 2 dragons.
After you killed 2 baby dragons.
Yeah.
There was also a blue flame on a pedestal in one of the rooms. And while you guys were fighting with this seemingly immortal man, Dild and I think a couple other people ran back to the flame to try to see if that had anything to do with it. I believe someone cast Hold Person on
I cast Hold Person
on the dude, and you tied him up, so he's kind of not a threat at the moment,
right
until he can manage to escape somehow, if he can. And then we ended with Dild trying to cast a Thunder Wave, I think, on the fire to try to blow it out, and when he cast it, he noticed that like some of the snow and ice around it was affected by the shock wave of the thunder wave, but the flame did not seem to flicker because of it.
Correct.
Okay.
Anything else that I might have missed, or any questions?
Were we all headed toward the flame room?
You and I, at least. You and I and Tickles.
We were the last ones left with the guy.
I thought Dild and Doc went for the flame, and
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Did you and I stay, or did we move?
Dild, Doc, and Valen went.
Yeah, Dild, Doc, and Valen went to the flame. Me, Tickles, and you were still. I would still had him in Hold Person, and you, Tickles tied him up.
Okay, got it.
Is where we were at.
All right, cool. So I actually would like to start this session right where we left off, literally, with Dild rolling an Arcana check to see if he can glean anything from the spell he just cast and the reaction he got from the flame. Because you've already established this is a magical flame.
24.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's one of my good skills. I'm not
He actually knows how to do.
Yeah, you're not asking me to do acrobatics.
Okay, so from your previous knowledge of magical flames, you know that the most likely ways that you could extinguish this or stop its power are to use some sort of dispel magic on it, or to somehow encapsulate it.
Removing it from oxygen or something, you mean?
Just with encapsulate it so it can't project its magic, I guess, outside of something.
He needs to put a Faraday cage around it.
Any copper? Let's do it.
I will. Who is anyone with me in the room yet?
I am.
Yeah, Valen's a little bit.
I'm slightly behind you, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
Valen is slow because she's got tiny legs, so she is not made it to the room yet.
I explained to Doc that I've clearly had a lot of magical flames in my past, and because of that, I'm able to tell that this particular one needs to be dispelled or encapsulated in some way.
Okay.
And I will say that I do not have the spell dispel magic. I don't think.
Thank you for recapping what I just said. Not even in character.
No, I was not ready for the outfit. Sorry.
But
I did get a joke in there.
Yeah. You were last in the order, so we'll start at the beginning of the order again, since you are still technically in combat. With Gray, you are first.
I'm up first. Okay, so we know killing this guy isn't working.
There is also, just to remind you, the room that you're in, the butcher's room.
Okay.
Where he has been clearly butchering whatever kills and whatnot or bows that have entered this place. Just to remind you, there is the exit, the way back out that you came in, but there is also another path that at the top of that you have not checked, just to let you know.
Okay. So I'm going to maintain, because I think we'd only had like 2 or 3 rounds of the whole person.
Probably, yeah. It wasn't very long.
So I'm going to maintain that. In this room, like he was butchering and stuff, is there like actual, like is he hanging stuff or is it just all on the ground?
I'll reread the description of this room.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember what was in the room.
Sure. The ice in this cave is stained pink and red with the blood of numerous kills. In the center of the room, beside a stone tray of butcher's tools, is the flayed husk of an owl bear's skeleton that has been skinned, gutted, and stripped of meat. Along one wall, metal hooks pierce the ice. A large man in blood-drenched hide armor hangs carcasses from these hooks to bleed out. His face and limbs are blackened with frostbite, and he seems to be absent a nose.
Okay. So I'm going to suggest to the group then, if we got him tied up, we got him held where he can't fight against us, that the 3 of us pick him up and put him on a hook, since we know he can't die.
Deal. I love it.
Sounds good to me.
So
make a group strength check.
Okay.
See if you can lift this guy up high enough to.
What's my strength? Just straight strength?
16 for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be straight strength.
Is that when you add? Do you add anything to that?
Your strength bonus,
strength modifier, but you don't add any proficiencies.
15.
19. No, 16.
So 16, 16, 15?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I mean, he is a larger man, but he's not like a giant or anything. So with those rolls, I think that the 3 of you are able to lift him up and impale him on one of these spikes.
Nice.
Right. Can we hook him by his nose since he doesn't have one?
You mean
how would that work?
He says there's a hole there, right? Can we just like?
Yeah, he wants to put the hook in the nose hole, like
through the skull.
I mean,
why not? Hey, the guy's not dying.
If you want to make another dexterity check,
that
if you fail,
I'll do.
We got him hung up. Let's not press our luck.
All right. Okay. All right.
Stop making jokes.
Rolled a natural 20.
But all right.
Yeah. No, thank you. Okay.
I mean, that's probably the end of my turn. So the 3 of us or whatever. But yeah.
Right, because that would have used your movement as well.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna. If you guys want to take an action, Tickles and Gish on your turns, but I would say that also used your movement to join him, if that's fair.
Okay.
Fair.
So Gish, it is your turn.
Okay. So there, since I don't have movement, but I have an action.
And you can use your action a dash if you want to do that.
Yeah. So are we? I know we're still doing turns, but are we in combat still?
Technically, you are still in combat because he's held as as hold person, you still have not exited combat. If you all run out of the room and you're outside of his line of sight, then you will exit combat.
Can I tell by observing if our rope will hold him, assuming at some point Gray won't be able to keep holding?
I don't know if you can tell just by looking at it because it's a new rope. Like it's not worn or anything, but you haven't seen him struggle against the rope yet, so you don't know how
So
well he's gonna be
odds
able
are
to-
probably, but no real way to know.
Yeah, but he's also impaled on a hook in the
So it'll take him at least a few minutes if he can get out to get out.
Yeah, it's not going to be like as soon as whole portion's
Well,
done, he's going
in
to rip
that
out of
case,
the rope.
I will use my bonus action to dash, but since that I already used my movement, that means I'll only go my standard, which is 30 feet. But I'll head to the other room where Dild is then.
Okay.
And I'll
Where
tell
Dild is, or
Tickles,
the room
"Hey,
we haven't
that's-
been to yet?
Do what?
The room Dild and Doc went to, or the room we haven't been in yet?
The one that they're in to see if they need any help.
Okay.
Okay. You make it. You said 30 feet, right?
Right.
You make it just to the. There was a kind of a crossroads way split. That you make it right to about there. So you still have a little ways to go before you get to the room.
From there, can I see them?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Doc.
Okay. So I can't do anything to extinguish the flame now, but Dild, I can either do it in like 8 hours after we take a long rest, because I can do a spell then, or I could take an hour and I think make something out of metal to encase it.
Or I think we just investigate real quick and then leave.
Or I don't know if there was a cliff outside we just throw the guy off of. He figures it out.
There was
I remember something about a steep edge.
yeah, there's a steep edge, but it was only about I think about 20 feet.
Okay.
I was hoping to like
Why?
Emperor Palpatine this guy.
But that makes me wonder
A steep slope that plunges 20 feet into the snowy ravine. So
if there's something about how close he is to the flame.
Also a possibility.
Could we tote the guy out of here? And
Oh wait, wasn't there like also like a weird rickety bridge over a vast chasm we couldn't see to the bottom of? At one of the paths that we went down, there was like a
in between,
super-
in between,
there
saw
was
that.
in between the beds, and was it like a beds are there or something or other?
Remember this?
Or something over there?
Yeah, I remember there was a rickety bridge, and we looked across it and could see, that it went on, but we didn't.
Oh, because it was like down below. It's like a whole bunch of shardlin or something.
What's one done that?
it is not. It is not an endless.
Okay.
rift it is
Okay.
fairly deep, but not deep enough to.
Just thinking through ideas here.
Yeah, sure. I was making sure I'm giving you the correct information.
So, guess I will start heading back just because I don't know what's going on with them, and there's nothing I can do about the flame right now.
Yeah, there's no like objects for dousing it or anything.
Well, I mean, I can make some water, but I don't think that's going to.
That's not going to do it.
Douse it.
If it's magical,
No.
that probably won't do it.
It's magical. So, but that's what I was going to do is make a giant metal box and put it around it and fill it full of water. Which would take me an hour.
I think we investigate and
Or
leave.
8 hours, and I could, just totally get rid of it. But that's, because I could pick a new spell and get this dispel magic. But I can't do any of that right now. So,
All right. So you're using your full movement, or you?
yep. I'll go ahead and dash too.
Okay.
So,
Then you will run into Gish if you want to talk to him at
Okay.
all.
yeah, I'll basically relay all that to Gish.
Sounds
ask
good.
him how
We
it's
got
going
him
to
hooked by a nose.
Okay.
You're like, what the hell does that mean? Tickles, you're up next.
Well, if there's nothing we can do, I'm gonna go follow Gish. And how far did he go? When he dashed?
You guys are just gonna be like running past each other.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's another room we haven't went to yet. But
Oh, isn't it? Yeah, up.
Up.
Let me go check that room up.
Okay. All right. Shallow trenches carved into the stone floor are filled with snowpack. Clean haunches of meat are nestled in these trenches.
So it's a refrigerator.
It is like clearly a meat storage area.
You found the fridge.
On the fridge.
Okay.
All right. Anybody want food? With some rations?
I mean, we can take some rations, I guess. We don't know where the heck we are, so we might need to take some rations.
Yeah, I'll take some Can I
It
take
is
rations?
It is all currently uncooked meat.
I don't know. I'm a dragonborn. Don't I eat raw meat?
I don't know, but your compatriots certainly don't.
We cook it.
Let's make a fire.
Yeah.
It is. Why don't you make an investigation check
Oh shit, that sucks.
or a nature check if you'd rather, I guess.
Either or, they're both zeros.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's a 19.
Okay. From what you can observe of the meat, it does look safe to cook and eat. It doesn't look like, like it's old or moldy or like it is kept in these ice trenches. It is kept fresh.
Right. Can I take a big leg of something?
Yeah, there's all sorts of different types of meat: bears, elk. So whatever looks good to you.
I'll take a big elk. Let's go for that thing.
Okay. Just sling it over your shoulder and haul it out.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. If you do need to re-engage in combat, you will need to re-equip your weapon, though.
Gotcha.
Your hands are taken up by this now.
Okay.
So that will take a turn.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. All right, next up's Valen, and she makes her way into the room. You find out anything?
Appears like the only way we can snuff this flame is to either dispel it, if you have that ability, be grand, or encapsulate it in some manner. It's magically warded, clearly.
No, I wish I did. I tend to focus on, hurt and stuff.
Makes sense.
Why don't we just skedaddle?
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I just don't know where to go. I don't think any of us has any clue where we are.
Well, I mean, once we're back outside and get kind of back out into the wilderness, maybe I can recognize something and get us back on track. But
all right,
I don't know. I mean, these might have bigger repercussions in the long run, but hell if I know. Right now, I know this place is pretty much emptied out, and
let's go.
Get out of here.
All right, let's see if we can find our friends.
Okay.
I don't know if you could hear the air quotes when I said friends.
Okay. Next up is the bad guy. Does he have to make a save to get out of full person?
Let me pull that back up. Good question.
Into his turn, isn't it?
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make a wisdom save to get out of the whole person. And the DC on that is 16.
That's a 13, so he's still held and roped and spiked.
Nice.
And dilled.
Come on, email.
I mean, I guess I'll just hang out with the rest of them. Get together with everybody because it sounds like we're on our way out.
So, yeah. Okay. So you're all gonna try to meet in the cross section.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Maybe I'll start to leave.
Yeah. If that's what you're all gonna do, I will just roll again one more time to see if you can break out of the hold person. But if you're all just gonna dash towards the entrance, you're all gonna be well out of eyesight before he can really do much.
Well, as soon as I see both the other two come out of the room, I'll just go where they go. So if they're heading out, I would head out too.
And that's another 13. So
All right.
I assume you're.
I would probably keep it until we got like
What's
I don't
the
know
range
however
on
long
it?
it lasts. It's a minute. So how many ever rounds we have left? Like probably like 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Until we got outside, and then
Does it have
I
a
would let it
range?
expire. I would hold it until it got to the end, or if you.
Does it have a range?
Concentrates up to 1 minute. Choose a humanoid you can see when you cast it. Doesn't say anything about needing to continue to see
Okay.
them once it's on them.
Sweet.
Okie dokie.
So, but like, I mean, obviously he'd be making a save every move, but we would just be leaving. So,
Um, okay. So you make your way back towards the mouth of this cave, and back onto this icy causeway. And pretty much after you've taken just a couple steps outside of the cave, you see 3 more berserkers kind of returning from what looks like a hunt. They have a carcass of a dead periton. And so one of them is kind of leading the way, and the other 2 are carrying this.
Berserkers are the like nomadic guys.
Yeah, and it looks like they look similar in dress and frostbittenness to the guy you were fighting.
Oh crap!
yeah.
How far away do we or do we see them?
They're a bit down the path, so you do have time to, react before they do anything. But I will say, if everyone wants to make a perception check.
14.
20, natural 20.
Natural 20.
13.
9.
All right. You see, for those of you who rolled very high, so Dild and Tickles.
Yeah.
From this distance, even you can tell that they look afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
But you said who said the further you got them away from the magic, maybe they.
Well, I don't know. That was just.
I mean, I don't know if they're afraid. Maybe. I don't know.
so before you guys even enter combat, you see the 2 carrying the beast drop it, and all 3 of them kind of start to slide down the edge of this ravine towards the crevice.
No.
Crevasse.
I don't have any desire to chase them. Let's just keep leaving. We can go away from them.
Let's just keep trucking the way we're going straight.
Yeah.
Because we appeared somewhere on this path here, and we didn't go backwards. We went forwards to a cave. So let's just go backwards.
If they're looking to avoid us, then
keep going straight.
I'm not gonna look for a fight. I don't have to at this stage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you wanted to start walking down this path,
Oh yeah.
are you going to keep an eye on them or anything, or are you just?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely not like.
As long as we can see them, we'll walk.
Turn your back on a Shardland Berserker.
When they reach the bottom, you see them all kind of scramble into a small hole on the other side of this crevasse.
Okay. Like away from the cave, or like just underneath the cave?
So not away from the cave, but on the opposite. So like the path that leads up to the cave mouth
Mm-hmm.
There's a crevasse on either side. They went down the side of one of the crevasses,
Okay.
and on the other side of that crevasse, they went into a little hole.
Okay.
But it is not away from the cave, but it is not.
Toward.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, again, I think we would keep an eye on that.
Yeah, just get away from them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion, at least.
All right. So start a walking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a little while to get down from kind of the elevation you were at back to the tundra, the vast tundra. And when you get down there, Valin kind of looks around. She's like, well, nothing seems especially familiar, but I do know that this mountain behind us now is connected to the spine of the world, and we were going to the north of that. So I say we just head north.
Works for me.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, wait a minute. Do we need to have a rest?
I mean, like, how far are we? How far did we walk? How far away are we from where we were at?
I mean, a fair distance, not like miles, but you know, you climbed down this path and partially down some of the mountain, so it's, I'd say you were walking for half an hour, 45 minutes at least. So
Okay, so we're a ways away from that.
Yeah.
So I'd say, yeah, if we want to all get a rest in before we continue, do your little hut thing, and then
make a hut.
You want to make a hut?
Okay.
So takes a minute. I cast tiny hut.
Guys want some elk?
make a little fire. Good stuff.
So unless Alec has anything that happens, that means everyone gets a long rest in.
Yeah, get yourselves a long rest while you can.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
There you go.
Good idea. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that's up to
So the hut goes. I'm ready. North, I believe it was.
Yeah, that's what was her suggestion. You don't have to listen to her.
Well,
Well,
I
I have
mean,
nothing else better to do.
she was the only one that kind of knew where we were going, though, right?
Right.
None of us knew where we were going.
We were following her anyway.
Yeah. So none of us had been to where we were going.
Lead on.
So we were already letting her be our guide. So I guess we'll just keep doing that.
Hi. Oh.
All right. Cool. So as you venture north, despite your best efforts so far in the destruction of the keep that you found and the slaying of the rock, none of that has affected the darkness or the cold or the blizzards or anything.
Right.
So it is still just a terrible wasteland of freezing ice. And it's not unsimilar to, like what you imagine the Sahara Desert is like, except it's cold. So it's, sand dunes, but ice dunes that you kind of go up and down and hoping that the next one will let you see something in the distance. But, because it's so dark, it's hard to tell. And as you crest another one of these ridges, you spot a dozen humanoids approaching, their cloaks flapping in the wind, sweeping down from the eastern glacier.
Do these look like more berserkers, or do they look different?
Make a perception check for me, please.
What's my perception? 15.
I'm way less than that.
8.
Like half of that. Yeah, me too.
5. With my +4.
So you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Don't try to sugarcoat.
Sure.
Gray, what is your night vision?
120 feet.
Okay, yeah. So with that type of night vision and your roll, they don't look like berserkers. They look similar in dress to some of the different tribes that you saw when you were doing the quests or the challenges. You can't tell from this distance if they're friendly or hostile, but they definitely are not the same ilk as the berserkers that you had just been facing.
Okay.
They seem to be some sort of nomadic tribe.
I relate that to the group. And I mean, I think we just kind of, are they like in the direction we're going? Or are they off to the side?
Yeah, they are pretty much directly ahead of you.
Is it an open field of snow, or are there woods or something?
Yeah, no, like I said, it's like the Sahara.
Yeah.
You could duck down behind one of these kind of snow drifts, but there's nowhere to hide.
If we've seen them, they've probably seen us.
Yeah, I was going to try and get closer with stealth, but if it's just an open area, that's out the window.
Yes.
All right, well, I'll just be very gish then and keep going right to them till they, attack me. So as soon as I get close enough, I'll be like, "How are you?"
One of them raises a hand and says, "Well met."
Well met. Didn't expect to see anyone all the way out here.
Well, I guess you don't spend a lot of time around here then.
No. We're not even 100% sure where we are.
Everyone thinks it's just 10 towns, 10 towns, 10 towns. But let me tell you, there's a lot of us around.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, yes, forgive me. My name is Magilner.
I'm not even going to try to spell that.
Magilner?
Tuesday.
Oh, yes. That is even more confusing than my name.
It definitely is.
And this is my, let's call him my number one, Hengar Svengard. Hello.
Nice to meet you, Riker.
Hey. How you doing?
That's weird, but I'm okay. We are traveling nomads. We belong out here. What the heck are you guys doing?
Well,
Talk to that guy.
Not don't point to me, point to Valin and be like, he's got someplace to be and we're trying to help her get there.
Yeah, we just got some stuff that we need to, get into the glacier to try to defeat the Frostmaiden. Defeat the Frostmaiden? Yeah, I know it seems kind of far fetched, but these guys are pretty strong. I've been with them for a little while, and on a mission. We already. Well, this just sounds like that's crazy talk, but hey, when there's no friend of the Frostmaiden is a friend of ours. I say.
Cool. You want a leg of elk?
Oh no, I'm vegan.
Out here?
Very hard, yes.
That would be hard.
I do know a rocky alcove not far from here that will give us some shelter from the wind if you would like to talk more before we depart.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that would be good. A little shelter wouldn't be a bad thing. But as I say that, I want to do an insight check to see if he's full of pressure. Oh, I don't know. He is the most trustworthy person I have ever talked to with my 1+1 on my insight.
On my inside, I got a 27.
Oh, and I got an 8. I got an 18.
With a 27, you have no doubt. Well, his intentions don't seem ill-intended. So he doesn't seem like he's luring you into a trap or anything, but there does seem to be something that he's holding back from you.
Okay.
With a roll that good, I'll give you both of those things.
Nice.
So he seems like he's genuinely friendly, but he is also like you gathered that like while he was talking, he was like realizing something almost.
Okay. How many of them were there?
There are the Magelliner, Hengar, and then 10 other tribal warriors.
So there's 12 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we tentatively start following them to this outcropping.
Okay.
I'm going to be like the whole time high perception, looking for, just keeping an eye on if there's signs of anyone else beyond just them as we approach this thing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you make it to this outcropping and your little bunny ears are flicking back and forth and your nose is twitching, trying to see if you can pick up anything untoward, but everything seems on the level at the moment, and you get to this outcropping, and a couple of the tribe's people try to start a little fire to keep you guys warm while you're talking.
Sure.
So, like, where are you guys going?
Well, like I said, we are a nomadic tribe, so we walk around and find places to stop and, use the land and whatnot. We don't have a home of our own.
Can you, I would say, due to some magical transportation means, we're not 100% sure where we are. Could you tell us where we need to head to get to the glacier?
Yes. In fact, the reason I bring you here, I must admit, is for ulterior reason.
Okay.
Now, we are the elk tribe. There are many tribes devoted to the animals of the plains here. And I know this may seem difficult to believe, but I have had vision of you.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
When you say you're trying to reach Glacier, you're reaching the Reghead Glacier, yes?
I don't remember what Lynn told us, but I
don't think you told us, did you?
Yes, I think that's the right name. So, yes.
He says, yes, I feared as much. My vision, tigers with ice in their veins come to spill your blood upon the snow. They will do everything in their power to keep you from finding what the Frostmaiden has preserved under the ice. They are loyal to her, and they have likely been told by the Frostmaiden or one of her many eyes and ears that you are headed there, and they will try to intercept you.
Okay.
As I said before, we are no friends of the Frostmaiden ourselves, so we are willing to accompany you to try to. I know we do not look like much, but we are mighty warrior who will stand by their side to get you to this glacier.
Well, we don't like to turn down help, so we would not, we appreciate any help you could give us. Is there you say you had a vision, is there a path that we could take that might help us avoid these, or is it really?
That's not how visions work typically. It's kind of like no matter what the way we choose to go is where they will be, because you cannot change fate in that way. Okay. My vision does not include like if you kill them or they kill you. My vision is that they are there.
Gotcha.
And I mean, not to put too heavy weight on your shoulders, but if this doesn't work, the fate of the day will kind of rest on your shoulders at this point.
Great. Well, our shoulders are broad, or at least Tickles are. So.
Well, while we're here, let us
let's split a salad.
share some food. I have some nuts that I found. I don't know if they're edible, but I've been eating them. But
okay.
This is all that I have. If you guys want to share that big shank of meat,
There you go. Share the big shank of meat with them.
If one of you wants a nut, I guess I have to be a good host. And
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Cook it up.
Cook it up and see if we can have a little bit
around. Wish I had some mail.
All right. Yeah. Don't think we're getting that out here, buddy.
I know.
So you guys are welcome to converse between yourselves or with Valin or with this guy while you're doing that. If not, if you have any questions or things that you want to get.
So yeah, I would keep talking to him. So what do you know about this tiger tribe that we should like tactics, numbers, anything that we should know to like be prepared? It was the tiger tribe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty vicious. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Their leader has this like giant saber-toothed cat, and one of his generals has like a big rhinoceros. I don't know where the hell that came from here, but and then there's just like a bunch of the other guys, and it'll be a whole scene, man.
Okay.
This is not. I would not take them lightly. I'll say that much.
A rhino? You guys riding a rhino?
That's what he said.
I mean, he's like a friend, like a pet.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Do we still have our owlbear with us? I mean, I've been marking the money.
Yes, but
I know he can't actually fight.
You could like send him on like a little quest, but I'm not going to let you fight with him.
Yeah, no, I know.
But this group does love animals, so I don't know if that would if they would appreciate.
Sway the rhinoceros and the saber-toothed tiger to our side. I kind of doubt that.
No, I meant just like this group that we're sitting with likes animals. I didn't know if they would like him.
Yeah. Oh, they might.
Well, we can give it to them. Yeah.
No, not give it away. I mean,
we're not giving away out.
At this point, I would like to break out the triangle and get a show in for the dinner.
There you
go.
They're like, we are a tribe of elk. We are not tribe of owlbear.
No, we're not giving away Albert Bearstein. Come on.
What does Gish do with triangle now?
Oh,
well played, Tickles.
Oh,
You offered them elk too.
Yeah, we did offer them elk.
Out of all the animals that you could have picked,
that is the one he took, isn't it?
took an elk.
They politely chose to ignore that fact.
That's what we could find. We're
Well, I
sorry.
heard bear is chewy, so I didn't want to,
Well, don't worry about the meat. Just listen to the soothing sounds of the triangle.
Make a performance check.
Yeah, definitely make a performance check.
12.
All right, with a 12, everyone kind of listens politely, but it's underwhelming. Like no one's putting their hands over their ears or walking away from you. They're just kind of,
it's like
some light, polite applause when you're done.
That's nice.
I'll take what I can get.
There you go.
You chose the triangle.
He did choose the triangle. Okay.
They're not ready.
So I guess the other thing I would be asking him, like, how far a journey is it to where we're going, just to get an idea how far we got to go still.
I mean, within a day we should be there.
Okay.
We are in vicinity.
In vicinity. Okay. What else do we need to know? We got a guy who knows the area. What else do we need to know?
Well, that's basically it, isn't it? Because
how far are we? How far are we out from 10 towns? I mean, you got
miles, days of travel back to
days of travel from 10 towns at this point. Okay. As we're talking and setting and all this, can I like do a perception check of like what kind of weapons these guys have, and like get an idea of like just a perception of how strong I think they might or might not be?
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20. So for a 24. That's a good use.
All of the kind of like individual warriors are armed with spears.
Okay.
And then the main guy appears to be a druid.
Okay.
So he has a staff with him.
Okay.
And then the guy who we called his number one, Hengar, has a sword and shield. But looking at them, they look battle worn and battle tested. So they survive by fighting off all of the creatures and the other things.
So these aren't rookies. So okay.
Right. I mean, to live out in this wilderness, you have to be of a tougher stuff than a lot of 10-towners.
These aren't like 10 town. Yeah, these aren't just.
So they're at least experts in survival, and they look to be formidable warriors. They are all very strong looking, but obviously you can't tell how.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually seen them fight. I just want to get a kind of a general assessment of what we were.
Yeah, they don't look like weaklings. They look like, if they were bad guys, you would be trying to avoid them.
Gotcha.
So basically, they're all Bear Grylls, been the leader's survivor man.
Okay, sure.
Except Bear Grylls was outed as being.
I was gonna say if he actually did survival stuff.
I think he knew survival stuff. Just the show was manufactured.
Well, yeah, there's cameramen there. It's not actually
No, but I think he was actually staying in hotels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like there was one, not to get too far off track, but there was one clip of him jumping over this crack in the lava field somewhere in Hawaii that he was supposed to be lost in the wilderness, and then someone else did the exact same shot and then panned the camera over, and there's a highway 10
feet,
100 feet away from this spot or something.
Yeah.
It's not even a hike to this place. It's like you
could see it from the road.
Could literally not be lost in the wilderness if you visited this. It is a tourist spot.
Gotcha.
Hey, if a man wants a show where he can drink pee, let him have it.
And they did.
Okay, so I think that's all I had.
What you drinking?
I had for our current host here as we're
looks like Pete
resting up.
What?
Hello,
Really, Doc is drinking pee. That's perfect.
Oh.
Give this man a television show.
The things I do.
Oh.
Been practicing for years.
All right.
So I guess we're good to sleep and then wake up and hit it.
I mean, I technically get another rest in just because we've been traveling, but I would think we would take shifts, even though these guys seem on the level.
Do you want to take a rest because you're all at full?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that that's up to you. It's whether or not we would, from the amount of travel we've done.
Narratively, yeah, it makes sense that you might need another rest, but D&D wise, you don't.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to do it. We can just say because we needed to for travel, we did, and then we can move.
All right, cool.
So yeah, I guess after a meal and getting to know these guys, we set out to meet the tiger tribe. Apparently,
Okay.
so yeah, as we travel and basically just gonna try to stay high perception.
Yep.
I might send like the Raven up to just kind of like fly around and just kind of keep an eye out so that we don't get like ambushed potentially.
What is everyone's passive perception?
Passive perception.
I forget how to figure that out.
14.
14.
Mine is also a 14.
Let's just assume that we're all the same. 'Cause mine is too.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on.
I forget how that is figured.
10 plus your character's wisdom modifier.
Okay. 12.
Almost completed a set there.
Okay. Since you are all on guard and kind of looking for a threat, I will give you a little boost to that. So as you continue to walk with your new tribe of elk folk, despite the darkness and despite the very little natural light given off by the moon, you do see about half a mile away the Reghead Glacier, which rises hundreds of feet into the sky. So it is so large that the little bit of moonlight is letting you kind of see it even that far away. It's so huge.
That's huge.
But then suddenly, nearly 24 figures burst out of the snow 60 feet away from you. They're spaced roughly 10 feet apart and begin advancing in a line.
In a line. Is this a angry looking line or
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think it's a conga line. That's
I think we know what this is.
Yeah. Clearly the tiger tribe. You do see a saber-toothed tiger and a rhinoceros. And let's roll initiative. This is going to be fun.
You got a lot of people to keep track of here. 18.
All right. Dild,
12.
Gish,
23?
Tickles,
4.
and Doc.
6. So what was it last?
Well, Valin rolled a 1, so
There you go.
All right.
I'm going to have the group of this random tribal warriors fight as a swarm, basically, so I don't have to roll for 10 people.
Works for us.
All right, so, but let's see. Oops.
So anybody traveling for Christmas or?
No.
Yeah, I am for a few days. So
Yeah, usually the girls like to go skiing right after the holidays.
You're Utah, right? Where you go?
Yes, sir.
I think I'm going the
Bring
weekend
a couple
before.
of omnis up there with me to read by the fireplace.
There you go.
I got voluntold to be in our church Christmas play.
Lucky you.
Not so much. It'll be horrible. But I guess that's normal for the church plays.
All right. That is quite a line of dudes.
That's what she said.
All right.
All right.
So what did you say? There was 24 of them.
There is nearly 24. So there are there is the Tiger Tribe Queen, who is he probably told you this. Her name's Bjornhild.
Okay. The one that rides the tiger, or has the tiger, I mean?
Has the tiger. And then Ajka is the general, for lack of a better term who has the rhino.
Okay.
And then there's 20 tribal warriors, so there's 22 in total.
22 people plus the 2 animals.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. This could be ugly.
1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to gather all the information so it's ready to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have to work it out for you. Keeping track of all these people. And they're spread out like 10 feet apart in front of us. Like each person's like 10 foot from the next.
Yes.
So it's basically like a 200-foot long line of guys.
Spread out.
Okay. I think we're ready to go. Gish Tazan, you're up first. You're 60 feet away from this line of folk.
How many could I get in a 20-foot cube? 20 by 20 by 20 by 20.
2.
Well,
2.
Yeah, I mean, if you focus it on Bjornhild, you could get like her and the saber-toothed tiger, or Ashka and the rhinoceros, or 2 of the tribal warriors.
I'll do the one with the tiger.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. So that is a Dexterity save. DC 16.
Bjornhild rolled a 19, and the saber-toothed tiger rolled 14. So the saber-toothed tiger failed.
Okay, it is outlined in violet, and any attack roll against it has advantage, and it can't be invisible, and it sheds dim light in 10-foot radius. It is a concentration spell. And that would end my turn.
You're not going to move. You're just going to stay where you are.
Yeah, I'll let the other guys move.
Okay. Gray.
Oh, I'm next. Okay. So there's this big long line in front of us. I assume the tiger and the queen kind of behind the line? Are they like right in the middle?
Yeah, they're kind of just in the middle of the line.
Okay.
But they are clearly advancing in a way that is they are not afraid to fight. They're not like throwing or.
And then the dude in the rhino, like, is he like right next to them, or is he further like in a different part of the line?
Yeah, no, they're the four of them are kind of in the center of the line.
Okay. I am going to, let's see, if I do that as an action.
This is going to be a complicated fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast magical darkness on myself, on my cloak, so that it moves with me. And then I'm going to move to one end of our group. And I have a bonus action I want to do with that. Like, not necessarily closer, but to like the end, so that the darkness is not incorporating anybody else.
Okay.
And so that they can all see. And let me see what I got for bonus actions. I don't know if there's anything I really want to do just yet. And that is going to be my turn.
Okay.
So, reminder on the darkness. Yeah, it's magical darkness. So, but I can see through it because I have the whatever that stupid thing I took. And yeah, if anybody attacks me, they have disadvantage, and go from there.
Okay.
I guess I will move, to the side and forward just a little bit from the group, but yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. Next up is Magilner, and he is going to touch you tickles and give you bark skin, which
Bark skin.
That raises your AC.
raises
Good.
your AC to 16.
Okay.
Your target skin has a rough bark-like appearance, and that lasts 1 hour.
Okay.
So theoretically, plenty long to be through this fight. So, all right. Next up is Dild.
Okay, I'm excited, but I want to just make sure I understand. So they're marching towards us in a bit of a line.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are in front of me, so navigating
across like this in front of us?
Oh, they're spread horizontally, not okay.
Yeah.
Oh crap, that doesn't work as well.
Yeah, because you were going to try to cast
I was
thunder.
going to lightning bolt straight up their asses instead of a nice long line. Is there any way I'd be able to use my movement to get to the side of them and just go that way?
You could try. They are 60 feet away, and
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Have
you wouldn't be able to get there this turn, but you could, get.
By then they're going to be scattered.
Moving.
It doesn't
Yeah.
really do anything.
Well, there is one glow in the dark one.
I mean, glow in the dark. What?
The saber-tooth tiger fairy fire.
Yes. That's not going to help me with my spell though. Yeah, in a line really doesn't do me much use. Let's see. And is there like a pretty big bruiserly looking one, you said?
I mean, yeah, both the leaders with their animals both look very big and tough.
All right, well let's do Crown of Madness on one of the leaders.
All right, what's the range on that?
Let's see. That's a good question. It is 120 feet.
Oh yeah, all right.
And they make a wisdom save.
Which one are you choosing? The Bjornhild, the female leader, or Ashka?
Men usually have less wisdom, so let's go with the man.
Okay.
Oh, a better shot.
Well, I will let you know that the man does appear to be a druid.
A druid?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Ashka appears to be a druid. Bjornhild is more of a warrior.
Oh, then I'll do the warrior. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't do a magic user.
First
if I could tell that they had any magic user.
Oh, that is a fail.
Okay, wonderful. So they are charmed by me. And let's see. The Crown of Thorns appears. Must use its action before moving on each turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I choose.
All right.
The target can act normally on its turn if I choose. On your subsequent turn, you must use your action to maintain control of the or the spell fails. Also, the target can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
All right.
So there you go.
All right, and it is her turn up next.
Oh, okay. Right away. Can she attack the Drew? Is he close enough?
Yeah.
The Druid? All right, so get his ass.
Get it!
Just turn and just slay. See how that goes.
No, the druid's on the rhino or the tiger?
Neither of them are on.
They're not on them. They're just by them.
Oh,
They're not riding. They just have them as pets or as fighting companions.
All right. She does have multi-attack, so her first attack hits and does 8 damage. And her second attack is also going to hit, and it does 5 damage. So total of 13. That was with a great axe, just to let you know.
I mean, 13, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll take it.
All right. Next in the order is the saber-toothed tiger. Oh, she gets to try to break the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of her turn, but isn't this? I guess the spell doesn't that turn doesn't count as like her roll her wisdom when I cast it.
Well,
No, you cast it, and then she failed, which means she had to do it that turn, and she gets a chance to save before.
Got it for next round. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's a 5, so it's a moot point. The saber-toothed tiger is up next, and it's going to start moving forward towards the group. But cannot reach any of you, so it is just kind of in no man's land at the moment. Next is Ajka. And Okay. Sorry.
You got a lot of people around. You're okay.
No, go back. My son. Go now. I thought you were going to get something to eat.
You want to be on camera?
No, he doesn't. Oh, yeah. You got it? Okay.
Impossible.
Kids in his boxes. I don't think you would want him in. I don't think you would want him on the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume you guys are kind of, besides Gray, who moved away from the group, I assume the rest of you were kind of traveling close-ish together.
I
We
assume
would have
so.
been like a little spread out because knowing that this was coming at some point.
Yeah.
Sure. So I'll ask what you guys think about how many would fit into a 20-foot radius.
Oh, at least 3, if not 4 of us.
I was gonna say I wouldn't have said more than 3 or 4, like at the most.
Okay. I was going to say 3, so
That works.
Yeah, 3 seems
But
fair.
I would, of course, being me, be behind everybody else.
yeah. Okay, so Dild, Doc, and Tickles are going to be the 3 that are in this cylinder. You must make a dexterity saving throw as an ice storm is hurled down upon you.
All right.
I would like to use my reaction to do counterspell, if I may.
Yeah, does that have to be? That can be any spell. It doesn't have to be something that targets something.
It's conditional. There's some conditions.
I don't know for sure, but I can tell you.
It's basically if you can see a
I can
creature
read it. I got it right here. It says you attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of a spell. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell fails with no effect. If it's a 4th level or higher, it's an ability check.
Okay, this is a 4th level spell.
Okay, so then it's the DC of 10 plus the spell's level.
Yep. I still cast it though. And so I'll use that slot regardless of if I manage to get it
right
dispelled or not. So I roll a D20.
Yeah.
You have to get a 14 or higher.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're making a ability check using your spellcasting modifier. So whatever your spellcasting modifier is plus the D20.
Okay, so that would be my normal modifier then for charisma.
It would be your modifier for charisma. Yeah.
Okay.
Or whatever your spellcasting is. Yes.
Plus proficiency, right?
I don't need it. I rolled a 14 exactly.
Oh, okay.
And then
very well. It is canceled.
Yay.
All right. Well, in that case, next up is the rhino, who is also going to move up with the saber-tooth tiger towards your group. Next is Doc.
All right. I am going to cast just a sacred flame on the caster guy.
Okay.
Which is a dex saving throw.
That is a 17.
So he doesn't take any damage. And going to move up some in front of everybody else and in my turn.
Okay. Next in the order are your new elk friends, and then the tiger tribe and elk tribe grunts. And I'm going to have them all just kind of fight each other to take them out of the equation so we don't have to deal with 20 people trying to attack you.
Okay.
That sound fair?
Yeah.
Works.
Yep.
All right. And then last in the order is Valin.
Don't forget me.
Who?
Yeah, you skip Tickles.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Tickles, you were in that group that I just grouped in. Yes. So you'd be before Valin. Sorry. The saber-tooth tiger and the rhinoceros are about 20 feet away from you.
Nice. Do I go?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. So I rage. Let me click on rage. Ooh, click rage. Okay. When I attacked, I guess I attacked the. I'll attack the tiger.
Okay.
You have advantage.
I have advantage on. I have advantage.
Because it's
Yeah.
fairy fired.
Oh. It's a 21.
That'll hit.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong die. Stupid ass. Where's the dice? That's 20.
All right.
Oh, I go again.
Advantage again, too.
Yep. That's an 18.
Yep.
That's 14.
Okay. You good?
Done.
All right. It is Valin's turn. And she is going to shoot at the charging rhino with her chill touch. And let's see, does that hit? Yes, it does. I think a rhinoceros would have a harder hide than a saber-toothed tiger, but I guess not. 2d8 damage. That's 8 damage to the rhino. All right. Back to the top of the order with Gish.
Okay. So I assume that I'm within 30 feet of the tiger since Tickles is attacking it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was 20 feet ahead of him when he attacked it, and I don't think he'd be more than 10 feet behind, right?
Well, I was going to say 5, but okay. All right.
But
What
I
I'd
mean,
like
you
to
can certainly move up to
yeah.
have within range.
What I think I'm going to do is this. I think will take my whole action. Is I will take out my gray bag of tricks, and I'm going to roll a d8 to throw out a fuzzy ball, and it will turn into a creature of some type. Let me roll here. I've got the bag pulled up, so 5. So that'll be a panther,
Okay.
and I've got the stats. Who'll go after me?
Yep.
All right. Well, since that's pretty much my action, and none of us have been hit, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll end my turn. So that would bring us to the panther, and I'll have him go to the tiger. He has, I believe, he has 2 different attacks, but he only gets 1, right? He doesn't. It doesn't say multi.
Yeah,
on it.
unless it says multi-attack.
Okay. Well, he gets 1,
So
and
you get to
we're going
choose.
to go with a bite attack. So that's a +4 to hit. So that is a 13 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So that is 1d6 plus 2. So that's 5 piercing damage on the tiger, and that will end my turn.
All right. Gray.
Okay, I'm going to move forward toward the caster guy. So just 30 feet. So I don't know how far. I'm still probably a ways away from him.
Yeah, so you're now 30 feet away.
Okay. I'm still in the darkness, but from within the darkness, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
That is, first one is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
It's going to be, 15 damage. And the second one is, nat 20.
Yikes.
And that is 5 and 7 is 12. And so I rolled max damage on the first one, so the second one I only ended up with 17 damage, even with the nat 20.
So 32.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 32 total.
All right. Cool. Next in the order is Dild.
And I have to use my action to maintain the concentration, right?
I believe it said that, yeah.
That's what it says. You use your action to maintain control over the target. So there you go.
Okay.
I will do that.
Then it is your target's turn.
She's gonna see. She's still close to that one guy, right? Because he didn't leave her side. So yeah, give it to him again. Get him.
All right. Let's see. First attack is 9. That's not going to hit.
Come on, girl.
And the second attack is 17. That will hit. But it is only 6 slashing damage.
Better than nothing. And one less person to be attacking us.
She gets to try to break out of this.
Yes, sir.
That's a 15.
That's exactly the number.
Oof.
So that's a success, right? For
yes.
her? Yeah.
All right. It's a saber-toothed tiger's turn, and it is engaged in combat with Tickles, so it's going to attack you twice, once with a bite and once with a claw. Bite is going to be a 17 to hit, which I know is above the AC. 13 slash piercing damage.
Okay.
Then it's going to swipe with its claw. That is going to be 15 to hit, which I know it's not.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Next up is the druid again. All right, it's going to try to cast an ice storm again. So it's going to be Doc. You moved up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I guess it'll be.
Tickles ran up to the saber-tooth tiger. Doc moved up.
It's going to be just. It's going to be Dild, Gish, and Valen.
All right, I'm going to counterspell it.
Oh.
Okay.
That is 15 plus 5.
Yep. You are successful.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Next up is the rhino. And it is going to charge at Tickles. If the rhinoceros moves at least 20 feet straight towards the target and then hits it with a gore attack, on the same turn, the target takes extra damage. And possibly be knocked prone. So let me see if it hits you first of all. That is a 17.
It is.
So it's going to be $19 bludgeoning damage. And then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
That's a 15.
A 15 is what you needed to roll to stay upright. Doc.
Okay. Who all else is up there?
By Tickles?
Yeah. Is it just the two animals?
Yep.
Okay. And how close is anything like behind that?
40 feet behind.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cast Spirit Guardians and walk up next to Tickles. So they'll both come into that area. So they'll both have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. The saber-toothed tiger rolls 19.
That's a pass.
And the rhinoceros rolls a 14.
It's a fail. So the
My
rhinoceros.
panther rolled an 11.
It's on things I pick.
Gets to choose.
Never mind.
Choose. Whenever you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. So the one that failed takes 19, and the other one takes half that damage.
19. Okay.
And then whenever it's their turn, they'll take it again.
Okay.
And
Tickles.
that'll be my turn.
I guess I attacked the tiger again. So what advantage?
Yep.
That's a 19.
That hits.
That's 11 points of damage. That's another 19. That's 18.
18.
Yep. I'm raging, so I get extra points.
Yep. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard you. All right. All right. And then Villain will round us out. And she is going to hit with her Chill Touch on the Rhino. And do a measly 5 damage to it. Back to the top, Gish.
Okay, I assume the tiger's still alive, right?
Yeah, everything is still alive.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will take no action. I'll just keep the fairy fire going, and I'll use my bonus action, the healing word tickles. So let me roll a d4, and that will be 9. You heal by 9 tickles.
Thank you.
And then that'll bring us to my panther, who will still be going after the tiger. I'll try a bite attack. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Yep.
All right. So that will be piercing damage of 4. And that's it for me.
All right. Gray.
I'm going to move all the way up to the druid-looking guy, so he will now be in darkness with me, and I guess the lady will be as well because she was attacking him. But I'm going to attack him with my packed weapon. Ooh, nat 20 on the first one for 18, and then a 18 plus 8, so yeah, 20 something on the second one for 8 more.
26.
Yes.
Okay.
He is now, and I'm going to stay there, so he's in darkness.
Right.
So that he'll have to move if he wants to cast a spell or whatever. So.
All right. Dild.
All right, can you give me a little lay of the land if I want to try to line some of these guys up, or if I want to catch a bunch in a fireball? Like, is there any clusters, any lines of sight?
The 2 leaders are now in magical darkness with Gray. You can't see them.
Yeah.
The 2 animals are fighting next to each other, with Tickles and Doc.
Okay.
And then the rest of the tribes, tribal warriors and whatnot, are all fighting in bunches with the elk tribal warriors and your newfound friends. So
it'd be hard to line up any of them.
Fireball would definitely
hit some friendlies.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well, that's no good, guys. You're supposed to make it easy for me. All right. I'll do. I want to do the Scorching Ray, but I think I'm going to do the Scorching Ray. Yeah.
I mean, magical darkness won't affect Fireball's ability to hit.
No.
And you know exactly where they're at. Go for it.
Not an attack roll.
It would be, but it would be all 3 of you. It would be you and them.
Yeah, it would definitely hit Gray.
Yeah.
Or, you would have to make.
I'll think about it for a later turn.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'll do Scorching Ray. Let's see, and I'll do I'll do all the rays. They're going to be ranged attacks, and I'll do one of the animals. Is there one of them more hurt than the others?
Yeah, the saber-tooth tiger is definitely looks more injured.
Okay. Then I will throw at the saber-tooth tiger. Okay. Well, the 19 is going to hit 17.
Yep.
And a 13.
Yep.
Oh, nice. I didn't think that last one would do it. All right, so here we go. There's some ones in there, dang it. So that'll be 17, and what's the damage? It is a what kind of fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Motes of fire.
Still on its feet, but looking really rough.
That's one tough tiger.
So because you cast a spell, that means the Crown of Madness.
It died because she passed. Remember, she got out of it.
Oh,
right.
Yes.
That's why I changed it up.
So it is her turn. If she tries to attack you, Gray.
Well, she'd have to get to me, right? Because Gray.
No,
Sorry,
talking about me in the darkness. Yeah. She knows there's somebody there. She can't see me.
She has disadvantage, right?
Yes, I believe yes. Disadvantage.
All right. She is going to use an ability called Auril's Blessing. That affects it if she hits you.
Okay.
So she's going to make 2 melee attacks with her great axe with disadvantage. First one is a 15 to hit.
That misses.
And the second one is, that's going to hit a 22.
That will hit.
All right. So you're going to take 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 11 cold damage.
Okay. And I already rolled that I made my concentration save. So the darkness stays.
Cool. All right. Next is the saber-tooth tiger. Gonna keep attacking Tickles.
You'll need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, right. A 3.
Okay, that fails, so it takes 13 damage.
And it dies. So in that case, it is no longer its turn. It is now the druid's turn. Who let's see. Okay. He is going to cast Wind Wall.
Okay.
A wall of strong wind rises from the ground at a point you choose within range. So he's going to cast it basically right in front of him because he knows you are attacking him.
Okay.
You can make the wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. And it says you can shape the wall in any way you choose so long as it makes a continuous path along the ground. So he's basically going to encircle himself in it.
Okay.
When the wall appears, each creature...
Or is it just people he wants?
What's that?
Would that push the lady as well, or is it just people he wants?
No, because the lady is on the other side of you.
Does he know that?
Huh?
see either of us. So, and
Well,
she
they were
attacked,
10 feet. They were 10 feet apart. So if you were attacking the
but she
guy,
attacked me, which means she would be on the same side of him as I am.
well, don't you think she would have attacked your back? Well, she wouldn't know.
She wouldn't know. She's just swinging wildly in the darkness.
All right. Let's say, all right, I'm going to make a luck roll. 1
Okay.
to 10.
That's fair.
1 to 10, it hits her. 11 to 20, it doesn't.
Okay, and I have to make a dex save.
That's a 9, so it will hit her. Okay.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Oh, okay. Strength. Where's my strength? Okay. That is a 14.
That's exactly what she rolled. What do you know?
So we both are doing the same thing, whatever that is.
What is this thing's? Spell save of 14. All right. So you take half. We'll both take half damage.
Okay, so how much is that?
Hold on. Let me roll it. Seven. So half of that would be 4.
4. Okay.
Oh,
What happened? What happened? I don't know how I did that, but my health changed like a bunch. Okay, so I had to. Okay. So I was down to.
all right. Next up is going to be the rhinoceros, who's going to continue to attack.
Wisdom saving throw.
What's that?
Wisdom saving throw on the rhinoceros.
Thank you.
Yep.
Glad someone's paying attention. That is a fail.
Okay. He will take 20 damage.
Whoa. No, it is not dead yet, so it is still going to attack Tickles. That is a 16, just enough.
Yep.
I'm going to use a reaction to lower that by 5.
Okay, then that is an 11, and that misses.
Misses.
Doc, it is your turn.
Okay. I will attack the rhino. Sacred Flame, so it'd be a dex saving throw.
Okay. Dex saving throw. A 4.
He misses. I mean that fails, so he takes 12 damage.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Tickles, you're still engaged in combat with the rhino.
All right. But I don't have advantage anymore, right?
Correct.
It's 12.
12 hits.
Oh, it does?
Yep.
Okay, load that. There we go. Oh, wow. That's 21.
All right. Yeah, you chop this thing's head clean off.
Nice. Can I move?
You may.
Then I'll attack the one with the great axe.
It is in magical darkness, so you'd have to run into the magical darkness.
Oh,
and
okay,
then
never mind.
roll to see if you don't get hit by the wind wall, and then you'd have disadvantage.
So she's in darkness and he's got a wind wall.
At the moment, yes, we're rolling.
Gray, and the 2 leaders, bad guy leaders, are both in the darkness.
Are there anything else I can hit around me?
No, all of the other tribal warriors seem to be pretty well handled at the moment by the other guys. But I mean, you can attack one of them if you want, but
Yeah. I guess I'll just end my turn.
May Gish shout?
What?
May Gish shout?
Oh, sure.
Hey, Gray, I need to see.
I've accomplished my goal, which was to let you guys deal with the animals and distract them. So yeah, I plan to back away now.
Yeah. Valen is not going to do anything because she doesn't know where to cast a spell at. So we're back to the top of the order with Gish.
Okay. So, how's Tickles looking? He bloody, or did we solve that problem?
Tickles is fine. Tickles is fine.
Tickles is fine. Okay. Well, apparently I have a special move I can maybe do with this panther. So I don't think I have anything I can really do right now with any of my stuff here. So I'll hold my action, I guess, and use my bonus action to take care of the panther. So how far away is any bad guy at all?
40 feet is the closest one. And that is in the magical dark.
Great, because I got a speed of 50, so I can definitely do that. If the panther moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn, something can happen. So let me have the panther run, and let's see if I actually hit with a claw attack or not.
Okay. So the first thing you're going to need to do is make a luck check to see if you run into the wall of wind.
The panther does?
Yep.
Okay.
So 1 to 10, it hits. 11 to 20, it is safe.
11.
All right. So you managed to miss the wall of wind.
Okay.
But you don't really know what you're swinging at because it's just dark.
So do I need to make the attack roll with disadvantage then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that will be, oh gosh, why would it have to be disadvantage? Well, I think I still hit. That's a 12.
That does not hit.
Oh yeah, that was for the rhino. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. So I held my action, so continue, sir.
Next is Gray.
Okay. So do I have to roll again because I'm still in this space, or can I just move?
Let's see here. Each creature within the area, creature. Just says when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Doesn't say anything about
whenever you try to cross it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to try to cross it. This has come up. I already rolled again for concentration, so I've still kept the darkness. I'm going to back away. Neither of them get a reaction on me because they can't see me.
Yep.
So I'm going to back away basically the full 30 feet so that they're now back where everyone can see them. And then from there, I'm going to use my bonus action to Hexblade curse the should have done that a while ago, the druid, and then I'm going to try to hit him with 2 Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So 15 plus 8, 23.
Yep.
And that is 4, 9, How much bonus do I get for the Hexblade's curse? 3 bonus. 3 damage rolls. So that would have been 12 for the first one, and then 19 to hit.
Yep.
And then 5 and 5 and 5. Okay. 13 more.
Okay. That does it in. He dies unceremoniously.
All right, and then I heal 11 hit points. I Hexblade's cursed him just in time because needed that. So that's the end of my turn.
All right. Dild.
So that just leaves the girl, right? The warrior woman. I am going to. I'll just do my. Yeah, I'll do my scorching rays right at her.
Okay.
So she's doing. I'm doing a ranged attack spell. Well, that 2 is not going to do anything, but I got an 18 and a 21.
18 and 21 both hit.
2 was disappointing. Oh, that's better. Is 19. 19 fire damage.
Okay.
And that is all for now.
All right. It is her turn. And she's going to run past the panther, so it will get an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Okay. I think I'll go with the bite attack then. So that's a 14 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. I read that wrong. It's not a. Oh wait, no, yeah, it is a 14. I matched the wrong freaking button. Okay, so damage will be 5.
All right. Okay. And she is going to run up to Tickles since he's out in the open. Or are you Spirit Guardian?
Yeah, I was going to say still got it up, so that would be a wisdom save.
$14.
That fails, so she takes 14 damage.
Okay. She's going to go after Doc, I guess, since you just hurt her. She's going to use her Aural's Blessing and make 2 great axe attacks against you.
Okay.
18.
Miss.
Oof. 19.
Miss.
Oh my God.
Now you know what I felt like when you guys had like 21 and 22 for your campaign.
And it is your turn, Doc.
Okay. Can I see Gray? I didn't know if he dropped. Still in dark.
He's still in darkness.
And I'm not doing too bad now that I healed for 11 from that guy.
Okay. Well, my main thing was I wouldn't know,
Yeah,
right?
You wouldn't know. You don't. Well, you wouldn't even know that I got hit. So
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
So I will that up. Okay, I'll just try and smack her since she's right there. Then 19 to hit.
Yep.
For 8 damage. And that'll be my turn.
Cool. Tickles.
I guess I'm going to attack her.
Yep.
Oh, that's a dirty 20. That's an 11.
11 does not hit.
No.
Oh, 11 damage.
Yeah. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
And
Before he tells us that damage, is she looking bloody?
Nope.
okay, so it's 8. So that's 17.
Okay. It's Belin's turn, and she is going to bust out Blight.
Light?
Blight.
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 It's a spell. It's a good
Constitution saving throw.
Sometimes she's good at those.
That is a dirty 20 on the saving throw.
Ooh.
Half as much on a successful save. Okay. So that would have been 37. So half of that is
That one.
18.
A fail on that spell is going to hurt you.
All right. Okay. Gish.
Okay.
You technically held your action, so
Yep. So my action then that I held will just be to cast a cloud of daggers on her, a 5-foot cube surrounding her head and shoulder area. And that will be, I fill the air with spitting daggers in a 5-foot cube. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
okay.
So if I'm reading that
Go on
right,
her.
it doesn't actually hit her until her turn, or do I hit her once?
Well, it says
So I was right on the first one.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Does not hit her until her turn?
I think it's not until her turn.
Okay. Well, then I do that. Then it becomes my turn,
I
right?
was going to say now it's your turn again. Yep.
Okay. So what I will do then is mind sliver her. So that is it's a saving throw. I believe it's an intelligence save. Yes, it's an intelligence saving throw, DC 16.
All right. That is a 6.
That is a fail. So she takes 1d6 psychic damage, which is 4 psychic damage. And you got to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw she makes before the end of her next turn. And then that ends my turn. So that'll bring us to the Panther. So I'll just have him come back and try to pounce on her.
Okay.
So let's see if he manages to hit her with the claw attack, because he's definitely going more than 20 feet. That's a natural 20.
All right. That'll hit.
So that's 7, 8, 9 piercing damage. And here's the rest of what that says since I managed to hit. If I hit with the claw attack, the target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is prone, I can make an additional bite attack as a bonus
Okay.
action. She'll probably pass.
So I'm going to roll saving throw minus a d4.
Right.
That is a 0.
Go.
Roll
Well,
a
I guess
3 minus 3 plus. It doesn't even matter.
And I will make an additional bite attack then. So that's a 12 to hit.
No.
Okay. Well, then that ends.
But did you roll with advantage because she's prone?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't. So I rolled an 8. So let's see what this next roll is. That's a 12. So 12 plus 4, 16.
That hits, yeah.
Okay. So I accidentally rolled the wrong die last time. So I'll roll the other die this time to even it out. That's 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that ends the Panther's turn.
Gray.
So she's prone.
Yep.
Sweet.
Then I'm still gonna Eldritch Blast her. I'm not gonna go up there, but I guess it's a disadvantage because she's prone. Still a 19 to hit. I rolled pretty well.
Yeah.
14, and then second Eldritch Blast. 23 to hit.
Yep.
11.
Okay. Dild.
Hey, she's still kicking.
She's tough.
She looks pretty racked. How's she doing?
No, not good.
And she's next after me, so I guess I'll do another round of scorching rays at her. I'm doing this at level 3, so I get 1 extra ray.
Okay.
Well, that's a 1 on that extra ray. What a crap! I got 18, I got 22, and 21.
Those 3 hit.
That is 22 fire damage. I'm really glad I used that extra spell slot. Third level spell slot.
All right. It is her turn. I assume I still need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
And then the Cloud of Daggers thing, too.
Shit.
I can't believe she's still kicking. I thought I was going to lay her out.
A 19.
That passes, so she takes half damage. So she'll take, that's low roll even. So she'll take 5 damage.
And Cloud of Daggers.
Well, the daggers don't move, so when she went prone, she fell out of them. So when she stands up, she'll go back into them. So she's got to stand up first.
Well, she is going to stand up, yes.
All right, so that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 slashing damage.
All right.
What a tough lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. She is going to attack Doc again.
Doc, what's your AC?
20.
That's going to miss. And that's an 18, so that's going to miss too. So, Buckus. And Doc, it's your turn.
That I will try and smack her again. It'll be a 24 to hit.
Yep.
For 9 damage.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
Tickles.
I'm going to attack her. I'm not going to use that spell. So. No, that's a 9. I missed that one. And that's another 9. I missed that one.
Okay. At this point, a few of you who aren't directly engaged in combat see Hengar, who is the number one friend,
Yeah.
second in command. You notice that he is wielding his spear to devastating effect throughout this fight. He's been delivering killing blow after killing blow to the enemies in front of him. And as he turns around to focus on the leader, his eyes scouring the snow-blasted tundra for his next opponent, a dark form materializes out of the blizzard behind him. With the head of a snowy owl, black talons, and a dark goat's horns protruding from its brow, the hunched 7-foot-tall biped strikes a grotesque figure. Its visage is a mask of cold fury as it buries its talons into Hengar's back and lifts the large warrior off the ground. Ice forms across the warrior's body, and his face twists into a soundless scream as life fades from his eyes. This figure discards the champion's lifeless corpse without much care or thought, and turns its cold gaze on you. Huge skeletal shapes start appearing from the snowy darkness behind the creature, lumbering towards you with uneven strides. Around the giant's legs, dead barbarians begin to rise from the snow, spectral lights shining from their corpses. "Flee!" roars the druid Mjolnir, an unmistakable note of awe and terror in his voice. "The Frostmaiden has come! You must go now! Find a way to save the Dale, and we shall delay her as much as we can, but you must flee! Now!" And we
Get to the chopper! Damn.
All right. We're ending.
That's where we're ending.
I want to hear Axe.
Crap. The Frostmaiden at level 6 for D. Run!
Well, he is telling you to flee, and they're going to hold her off as long as you can. So
Yeah, I know.
we'll see what happens.
We're gonna hold her long enough.
But
How fast can we run?
I'll give you some. I mean, probably don't need this advice, but oh yeah. By the way, thanks to Gordon for hanging out.
Yes,
As
Gordon.
always, he made it. Comics and Chaos. Chaos and Comics. Anyone else stop in? Cliff on Comics stopped in to say hi. And just the guys who actually play the game, taking time to chat.
Appreciate it.
So I'm sure you probably don't need this advice, but until next time, we'll see you hopefully next week, depending on scheduling. But never turn your back on a Frostmaiden.
Well, I think we might have to turn our back on this one.
We will one time.
Okay. It might be the time.
Bye.